Sergeant Delgado, are you familiar with the term PFD?
Yes.
What is a PFD?
It's a positive flotation device. It's a device that we use on the water. It's when you're boating, if you fall overboard, it keeps you afloat, face up. So
Also
you
known
don't,
as a life jacket?
a life jacket as well.
And you made sure to put one on George Pino before moving?
Yes, ma'am.
No other questions?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Delgado.
Afternoon, sir.
I'm Mark Shapiro. I represent Mr. Pino. You and I have met previously, haven't we?
Deposition, I believe.
That's correct, sir. Any person, any civilian that is brought onto a vessel of the Miami-Dade Police Department, now Sheriff's Office, it is the policy that a personal flotation device be put on that person. Is that right?
I don't know if it's written in policy, but it's a procedure that we use to look out for the well-being of the person.
What is the law in Florida as to who must wear a personal flotation device?
Objection calls for legal conclusion.
If you know.
Sustain.
Minors under a certain weight.
Sustain, you don't answer.
Oh, sorry.
Sergeant Delgado, persons who are 6 years of age or less must wear a personal flotation device if they're on a moving vessel. Is that correct?
Correct.
So if you're over 6 years old, there is no requirement that you wear a personal flotation device, right?
No, sir.
And I presume that in your time at the Marine Patrol, you would often patrol the sandbar areas around Elliott Key. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And on any given weekend during the summer at the sandbar near Elliott Key, there are a number of boaters out there. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The vast majority of those boaters are not wearing
Objection, relevance.
personal flotation
Objection,
devices. are they?
Excuse me. No, go ahead.
The vast majority of those boaters are not wearing personal flotation devices, are they?
The vast majority, no.
Now, somebody will get a ticket if their 6-year-old or less is not wearing a personal flotation device, right?
That is correct.
But again, adults have the option, there's no requirement that they wear one.
Correct.
But for safety reasons, the county wants any civilian brought upon any of their vessels to have a personal flotation device put on. Is that right?
That is correct.
And that is for liability purposes, isn't it?
I believe so.
Because the county doesn't want to get sued.
I believe so.
You mentioned earlier in your testimony that you were referring to the channel markers at Cutter Bank. Do you remember that?
When I was asked, yes.
Yes. You were specifically asked about channel markers number 14 and 15. Is that right?
Correct.
And you testified that they are opposite one another. Do you recall your testimony?
Yes, sir.
In fact, they are not opposite one another, are they?
I believe they were.
Isn't it true that channel marker 14, the red triangle channel marker, is well to the north, at least a couple hundred feet to the north of channel marker 15, which is to its south?
I don't recall that part.
If that in fact is the case, then you would be mistaken in your earlier testimony that they are opposite one another. Is that right?
If that is true, then I would be mistaken.
And typically, channel markers are set up opposite one another so that when a boater is going through a channel, they can see that there's additional markers. Everywhere there's a marker opposite one another, they know that either they have reached the end of the channel or there are more ahead. Is that right?
That's correct.
And if it is in fact true that channel marker 14 is not opposite channel marker 15, that could produce a confusing situation for a boater going through the channel at Cutter Bank. Is that correct?
I honestly wouldn't say so. Not a confusing. It's usually a red and a green marker.
No doubt there is a red and a green marker, but if they're not opposite one another, as you believe that they are, it could cause confusion.
If you're counting numbers.
The purpose, or your main priority that afternoon, that evening, was to provide triage service for any of the passengers who were injured in the accident. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you were dispatched from Black Point Marina, as you testified earlier, once you got the call that an accident had occurred. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And we saw a video in State's Exhibit number 24 that you were making your way down the Cutter Bank channel in order to get to the accident. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the person who was driving the boat next to you, that was Robert Bruto, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
And you made several trips, I believe, or at least more than one trip, between the accident scene and Elliott Key Harbor when you were bringing patients back and forth. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
And that was your priority that day. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Rendering aid.
And there came a time when you actually began to perform triage on Mr. Pino. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that is because Mr. Pino himself was injured in the accident.
Yes.
And Ms. Adams asked you a few minutes ago if, while you were providing triage to Mr. Pino, whether you had placed Mr. Pino in handcuffs. Do you recall her asking you that question?
Yes, sir.
Was there any reason that Mr. Pino gave to you to put handcuffs on him?
No, sir. Not at that time, no.
Mr. Pino was concerned about the safety of the people that had been injured, right?
He appeared to be, yes.
He made some inquiry about that, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
And he wasn't presenting any sort of danger to you, was he?
No,
He was also an injured passenger, wasn't he?
that is correct.
In fact, he was bleeding quite severely from his head, wasn't he?
There was a little bit of blood.
I'd like to, if you could step down.
May I?
Sure. And I'd like to play, yeah, over here, sir, thank you. I'd like to play the clip known as Pino 3, which is on State's Exhibit 24.
Thumbs up. Take care.
Now, you heard Mr. Pino say, I'm fine, thumbs up, take care, right?
Yes, sir.
And even appeared to throw a kiss at somebody, didn't he?
On video, yes.
All right, do you know who he was speaking to?
No, sir.
He was, play again, continue on.
That over there. You got a nick in the back of your head. Yeah. I think I can hear the ribs. I think back here. Right. Do not close your eyes. Hey, are you guys going around it? Do you have any more of the three that
Back up a bit. Recall Mr. Pino saying to his daughter, Ceci, I love you, after saying, I'm all right, I'm all right.
I just wasn't paying attention to what he was saying at the time.
Understood.
I was checking his injuries.
Okay. Continue.
Excuse me.
Thank you, right? Thumbs up. Take care.
Excuse me.
I,
Is there an objection, Counsel?
there's an objection because this is not in evidence. The state's evidence is number 24.
That's what I said.
It's not the same item, though.
It's Pino 3, State's Exhibit 24.
I would want information we had before about authentication. So, take the exhibit, if you would please.
I got it right here, Judge.
And we'll just substitute them, and you can cue it up. If you would, thank you.
I'm fine, that's fine. I'm fine.
Sergeant Delgado, I'm showing you what is actually states Exhibit 24, which was placed into evidence. Thus far, does it appear to be any different than what you viewed just moments ago?
No.
You can continue.
Thumbs up, you ready? Thumbs up. Take care of that over there. You got a nick in the back of your head. Yeah. I think the back hurts. I think I can hear the ribs. The back here. Lean back. Lean back. We got you, right? Do not close your eyes. Hey, are you guys going around here? Do you have any one of the three that or worse?
Now, you're providing a medical assessment, essentially, of Mr. Pino at this moment, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
And you ask Mr. Pino, or you tell Mr. Pino, do not close your eyes.
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
Due to the head trauma, we always take into account, we don't know the severity of the impact caused to the head. The head, even if it's a small cut, can bleed a lot. But again, I don't know the severity of his impact to his head.
And if there was a concussion, for example, a traumatic brain injury, then closing a person's eyes, leading to them perhaps go to sleep, could be a dangerous thing for that person, correct?
Could be.
Right. And that's why you told Mr. Pino not to close his eyes.
Correct, to remain because that lets me know his alertness and conscious level. If he falls asleep or if he starts to wander off, I wouldn't be able to monitor his condition.
In fact, you tell Mr. Pino to close, not to go to sleep at one point, don't you?
Correct. I believe this is not to sleep or keep your eyes open.
And at this point, you can see that Mr. Pino is bleeding pretty good from his head injury. Is that right?
It looks like it's starting to dry.
Okay. But you see a significant
Yes.
amount of
Yes.
blood, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Continue.
Hey, you know what they put it in the over. I need him to have a 15. Yeah, Sassy, I'll talk to you now. I love you. Wait, look this way. This is gonna talk to the She's the one with a broken. She has a broken arm, right? Who has a broken arm? All right. Is it bleeding? You're right. All right. It happens. Relax. Fall asleep on me. Let me get to the back work here. All right, Mom.
So you heard at the end there, Sergeant Delgado, at the end of this video, that you advised Mr. Pino not to fall asleep on it, correct? And for the same reasons that you just testified a moment ago.
That's correct, sir.
Now, also, you may return to your seat. Also, Sergeant Delgado, were you performing triage on your own at that moment, or were you getting assistance from other officers?
There was several officers on scene.
There were flashlights, there was lighting on Mr. Pino as you were performing